So direct painting is not doing a drawing first and then transferring it onto your canvas. Direct painting is using your brush and just working out the drawing directly on the canvas right from the start. And there's certain benefits of that, being that the energy that you get from that kind of a start, hopefully that type of energy is kept into the painting all the way through. The opposite of that being, when a painting tends to get stiff and tight, which is something that we don't want to do. That can happen even in direct painting, but at least in direct painting, that sort of spirit, that energetic sort of start is something that you can hopefully hold on to all the way through. Yeah, so the GRISAILLE stage is using a brown paint to work out the drawing stage of the painting, the start of the painting. And that's the stage where you're trying to work out the drawing, you're trying to work out your proportions, you're trying to work out your composition. It's the foundation that everything else gets built on top of. And it's usually with a thinner brown paint. You work directly on the canvas, direct painting. You can wipe it out, and you can stay in that stage for, usually that stage can last anywhere from 20 minutes to 3 hours to a day, something like that. I think it's kind of an organic process, because you can really, and one of the things we teach at Incamminati is that, we definitely teach the principles, but there's also certain stages that there's a certain process that we also teach. And you can start to introduce flesh tones and color either very early on in the painting process. Like sometimes I'll start introducing flesh tones in the first 20 minutes, just to start kind of working in the lights and kind of using that as a way to give me more information about the drawing or about the form or about the anatomy. And then if I introduce that early on, if I'm moving out of the GRISAILLE stage and I'm moving into flesh tones and color early on, then I start working back and forth between those two stages simultaneously. But you can also, sometimes I will stay in the GRISAILLE stage for several days, especially if I'm working on a more complicated painting, a full figure painting where things are more complicated and I need to kind of think through the drawing more. I'll probably hold off from introducing those later stages longer, just because I want to work things out in the GRISAILLE stage longer, or maybe I want to get my proportions really, really, really perfect, and just get the drawing like super perfect. You can do that. You can wait and bring those the color and the flesh tones and those other building blocks. You can do that much later if you want to get the drawing really, really tight. So there's a broad range there there's a flexibility within the process. I'm Kerry Dunn. I'm an instructor at Studio Incamminati for 15 years now, and I will be doing the Facebook Live event for Studio Incamminati, doing an alla prima portrait painting of Eric Rhodes, and so it'll be a lot of painting in a short amount of time, and I hope you guys can watch it. I think it'll be really fun. It'll be really exciting.